Hey, what's good, everybody? You're watching Setting the Record Straight live with Peter Anderson. And of course, as I promised, I have my wife with me, Nancy Anderson.
Happy Wednesday.
Say what's up to him, baby.
Hi, everybody.
Cause you're my wifey. Will you be my wifey?
Yes, I'll be your wifey.
Say you'll be my wifey.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You'll be my wifey.
Yes, I'll be your wifey.
Say you'll be my wifey.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Nah, mess with y'all. Anyways, all right. All right, so we're gonna get into it. Go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you're on YouTube for more updates so you can know when we upload new videos. And yeah, we got some good things in store. All right, so you see the thumbnail, you see what we talking about.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
This is gonna be an interesting one, but
Oh
we gonna really
boy.
we're gonna react to another video. That's what we were here to do. We're gonna react to a video and then we're gonna talk about it. Um and let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's go ahead share it on your side, Nancy. Um let me see here.
What am I sharing? Which one?
You sharing what's her name?
Oh, you talking about the stream? Like just
Yeah, the
okay.
stream.
Got
All
you.
right.
Let's see, let's see, let's see.
All right. Let me share this again.
Yeah, I'm so glad it's Wednesday. Like hump day is it for me. I don't wake up till Wednesday because Mondays and Tuesdays I feel like I'm still asleep at work, kind of, sort of. I'm there, but I'm not there. But yeah, I like Wednesdays. Hmm.
Let me see something here.
Yes, I'll be alright.
All right. I'm dropping stuff over here.
You okay?
I'm good. There's a
Mm.
cup. I'm gonna tag you in it real quick, and then we're gonna get started with the show, guys. Go ahead, share. Yeah, go
I
ahead
already
and
shared,
share.
babe.
No, I'm talking to the people.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, go ahead and guys, go ahead and share when you come in, and
Share,
we're gonna
share,
get started.
share. Sharing is caring.
Shoot, you on drugs? What's happening? did you take
Don't
some?
start.
Did you
Do
take
not
some
start.
Benadryl or something?
Don't start.
All right, let's get into it.
What is this?
Yeah, I kind of have you echoing on that side. I hear
I don't even
myself.
know.
It's your phone.
Yeah. Is it
You
still
gotta
doing it?
you gotta turn down the. It's like you're on a call, so turn it down. The
I
call.
did, babe. Like I don't even know why it's doing that, honestly.
Turn it all the way down. Not the volume, but the call, the phone thing. Like you're on a telephone call. It don't
Yeah.
all it can't go all the way down. So you got to put it away from you when you're talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They gotta fix that.
yeah. It should be able to go silent.
Got you. And we are live.
All
Just
right, so
pause.
let's go ahead and bring up the video here. Just post that. It's not taking forever to do it. All right, so we in there. All right, so we in there.
We in there? Like swimwear?
All right.
Don't oh, I'm about to say don't even start. Let's see.
All right, so we got this video coming to you by YouTuber Melody King. You definitely gonna follow her on her different platforms, Instagram and all that. At Melody, I think this is Melody King, if I'm not mistaken. But Melody King, if you type in Melody King on YouTube, you'll see her videos. But we're gonna get into it because this is a very interesting topic. We're talking about women sexualizing themselves in the 304 culture. So let's go.
Mindset in America, in the Western world, is a sickness. It is deviant, and we do not want it.
I'd like to take a minute to discuss the harsh reality that Black content creators face. I recently lost out on a 5-figure brand deal for posting this picture with this caption.
You didn't want that money.
Nowhere in the contract were there any.
You didn't want that
Nancy,
money. You didn't want that
Nancy,
money.
she didn't want that money. Look
Nah,
at it. You see that?
money grow on trees for her.
You can
Clearly,
literally see, like I'm seeing it.
ma'am.
I'm seeing it on the bigger screen, Nancy. You can literally see the her cheeks, right? And if you have a very faint imagination, you could almost see her thought
Faint,
box.
faint.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at Preach face. You see Preach face right here?
What he
Look how
doing?
he
Look at his
looking.
lips. He look at his
I don't
lips.
know what he doing, but he looking some kind of way. What's the name? Albert and Preach. This is a reaction for a reaction. Albert is saying he just looking away, man. He said he can't look. Let's continue.
Any stipulations given around what kind of content I could post, except
Okay. So she posted a picture basically naked with fishnets on
Did
of
the sound go?
her
Can you hear that?
behind
I can hear it.
bent to the side. I mean, when we think of a woman bent over like that, full booty out, do we think,
Full
you
booty
know,
out.
honorable, elegant, timeless,
Well, maybe that's not what she
quality,
wants.
character, all the things
The
that
sound
the
went on
Black
my side. Hold
community
on.
is trying to restore in the image of the Black woman to the world. Because many of us are that, or are striving for that. We're striving to be valued over something more than our looks. We're striving more than to put A&T shots all over the internet, because why? We're not thirsty for attention. We're thirsty to be respected. We're thirsty to make a difference in our community. We're thirsty for our daughters not to become you.
Mhm.
Mm,
And then the
wow.
caption, my ninja took these. That's also many of us in the Black community, Black women, are trying to um, get that type of language, that word, out of the minds of our youth. And we certainly, us Black women, since you chose to speak for all Black women, I'm speaking for them as well. I am well, I am, let's continue.
for the branded content, which would be approved by the company. They're posting that picture and posting that caption. I received a phone call from my agent saying that the company thought it was inappropriate. When I read that caption, I read a playful articulation of the love I have for my man. Yet again, when I look at this picture, I see playfulness. I see a Black girl living her best life, having fun. There's nothing inappropriate about it to me, especially not in the world we live in today. For centuries, Black women's bodies have been scrutinized, they've been picked apart, they've been deemed unworthy, they've been deemed inappropriate.
I'm gonna stop it right there. Um, this is where she lost me completely. I mean, she's lost me, but this is where you know you have the how you had the lost and found. This is I'm lost and I can't be found.
Oh, okay.
Um, so she uh this is where she loses me completely. Like now she's making about her bad decisions about the Black struggle.
Right.
Like okay, you struggling, yes, okay, but
Women, like
you
all of us as women,
right
Black women.
because you made a bad decision.
Right.
So
Right.
now it's everybody got to take on this as Black people, Black women. Nah, sis, this ain't what it is, and this is what
What in the
keeps
world?
happening. And I'm gonna keep talking about this. I'm gonna keep talking about this to you ladies, because especially my black ladies, this needs to come home to you guys. We have to stop presenting ourselves the way we presenting ourselves. Let's get back to honor. Let's get back to what's appropriate. Let's get back to what's elegant. Let's get back to what's kingly and queenly. We always talking about we kings and queens. We always talking about that. So let's get back to this kingly and queenly behavior.
Can I say
Oh,
something though?
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I thought you were
No, go ahead. I'm
ending
good.
your
Go,
sentence.
go ahead.
Um,
Jump right in.
I guess for me, I think about the fact that I think a lot of women, I don't know. I think that there are women who think that this is what men want, and that men are more attractive to women who dress that way, who show off themselves that way. They seem to get a lot more attention than the women who are modest and covered up. It's kind of like they get overlooked a lot of times. So I think that women are doing it more now because they feel like men will give them more attention. Am I wrong about that?
No, I feel you. I understand. And you're right. Women do get more attention when they show more skin, when they're dressed more provocatively,
Okay.
when they showing booty shots and all that. They definitely get more attention, but um it's the wrong attention. like it's like how am I going to say this?
Yeah,
The
how?
You don't want to get attention as a buffoon.
Okay. So those men are looking at those women like they are buffoons.
No, I'm using an example. That's what I say. I'm gonna say
Okay.
this.
Okay.
You don't want to get attention as a buffoon. You want to get and then expect to be respected as your majesty, or you see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay. Okay. So now we're talking about respect, but and I understand what you're saying
Not even
completely.
respect.
It doesn't even make sense if you attracted this guy because you were sexualizing yourself, and then you get into whatever with this person, a situationship or whatever, and now you expect to be respected as if that wasn't the way you got him in the first place. I guess that's what you're saying, right?
I mean you yeah, I mean you could definitely take that from what I'm saying. I'm just really trying
Okay.
to I'm really just trying to say that you don't want to get the wrong attention. Like even though you're getting a lot of something, it's not
Mhm.
we see we think because we get the quantity
Mhm.
versus quantity, quantity versus quality.
Okay.
We want the quality attention, not the quantity attention. But a lot of times, even sometimes, I'm on doing podcasts. Sometimes you're thinking, oh, a bunch of people ain't listening. No, but the right people will touch it
Right. It's true.
because you want the quality, not the quantity. You gotta stay the course, ladies. I know it's it feels kind of lonely when you're not getting attention because everybody else you seeing around you getting attention,
Right.
especially other women giving other women attention and then cheering
Okay.
each other on with this weird and bad behavior. And then when men come around and try to give that same energy, it's like, oh no, why are you saying that? Well, I'm trying to say what everybody else was saying, but I'm a man, so I'm gonna say it like a man would say it.
But can we address the fact that I agree that women should change the way that they dress and that they shouldn't be sexualizing themselves, especially if they want to be respected. But I also
Mhm.
think that we need to talk about the men because a lot of times the things that we think we know, we're learning. We think that we know this because of what men are putting out, what men
Uh,
are
is that what men are putting out?
Peter, when you see a man, when you again, I'm going back to I think women started doing this more because they saw the women who were doing it getting a certain type of attention from a man. If men were ignoring it and they were like, nah, I don't want that, you think that women would be doing it as much as they are? No, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, they'll still be doing. I get it. That's why we do say we tell the men to stop simping. That's what we call simping.
What
We
is
say
something?
simping is just literally desperate for the the attention Usually a male is desperate for a woman's attention, and you know, if you're desperate for it, you're gonna do things for it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna stretch yourself out. You might lie for it. You might, try like a bunch of pics for it. You know what I'm saying? And
like be something
give
that you're
somebody
not really,
right,
just so
give
you can get
somebody
this.
right, and just
Okay.
giving, being desperate for the attention of the opposite sex, mainly a man doing it for a woman. When we
So
talk
can we
about
say that
simping,
most men are simp? Like most men are simps, or a
a
lot
lot
of
of
men are
a
simps?
lot of men do simp, but not. I wouldn't say most men.
Okay,
I
a
do
lot, a
a
lot, a
lot.
lot of
Yes, a
men
lot.
are simping, or
Right,
they are simps. So
but
it has to happen together, because you understand what I'm saying? Like,
I
okay,
get what you're
women,
saying.
let's be modest. Let's dress
But
differently.
if every
And then you
woman,
have these men
but
that are like,
listen,
nah,
but think about no. But think about it. If everybody is modest, do
it's
men
never
have
gonna
anything?
happen.
Do
That's never
men
gonna happen.
right? So do men have something to sip to? No.
Yeah,
So
they'll simp
we
to something
yes,
else.
we can work both sides. We can work
Yeah,
both
we gotta
sides.
work both
But what I'm
sides.
saying is my thing is this. You got women like this, like we've been watching this video, and she's complaining about her losing quote unquote her respect, or losing her
She lost
quote
a
unquote
deal.
deal, her value, where she's devaluing quote unquote herself in a way.
Who
That's
is
what
she anyway? What is she known for?
I don't know what she's known for. She probably an
I
IG model slash, I
Well,
don't know.
okay, okay. And that's the reason I'm asking, because they wouldn't have, most likely she got the deal because of who she is. So,
Right. Maybe because she's an influencer. Maybe she has a good following on TikTok. Maybe she doesn't dress like that all the time, but she was seeing what everybody was doing, and she
I
got
don't
caught
know.
up in the crowd, and she
Mm,
ended up doing these pics like this.
I don't know, Pete. I honestly feel like we have to kind of like look at the background, because if she is an IG model and she's been dressing this way and been acting
No,
this
that's
way,
not what it
it's not
is.
making sense to me why they would take her deal.
That's not what it
Come on
is.
now.
That's not what it
They didn't know
is.
that she was like this before she started.
No, no, this is not what it is. She's an influencer. And not every influencer
We got to look
take
her
their
up.
clothes off.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. I just think that we need some more background. We need to do some homework, because we should know who this girl is. And if she's
It
been
doesn't
doing this,
matter. It doesn't matter. They didn't like whatever they saw, and it's up to them. They can cut
I
anybody
get
off.
that. But I think that's why she's possibly responding the way that she is,
Well,
because they most
well,
likely wanted her because of
even
that to begin with.
even if she is, this ain't the black struggle. Sorry, wrong,
It's,
wrong. She wrong.
all right, you can try to shut it down all you want,
Is it
but
the black struggle, Nancy? You gonna
I'm
get
not saying
behind
it's
her?
no, no, no,
You gonna
no. I
get
didn't say it
behind
was a
her with
black
this?
struggle.
Okay,
No,
thank you.
no. I'm just saying that I can understand why she would be responding. Now, if we're talking about just in general, the way she's dressed and the kind of response she's getting in general, I understand that. But when it comes to that deal, I almost feel like if we take a look at who she is and what her social media has been looking like, that's most likely why they put her on.
Nancy, you think they would reject what her agent called her? You think that they will reject her for the same reason they got her? No,
Not entirely, but I think she
no.
took it too far. That's what I'm
Right?
saying.
She
She was
she
already in the field. She was already playing in the grass, you
she
know?
listen. I don't know if she was. I don't know if she was playing. I don't know if she was playing in the grass. I don't know if what she was doing. But all I know is that she was posting pictures that you can almost see her thought box. Sorry. This is what it is. So let's continue.
All
Let's
right,
continue.
let's go.
And this is yet again an extension of that rhetoric. It's the hypersexualization of the Black female body.
The rhetoric. I love it.
Hold on, hold on,
Love
hold
that
on.
word.
The hyper, what'd she say?
Go
The
back.
hyper extension over sexualization of the female body. Hold on, whoa. You were
The
sexualizing
hyperextension.
whatever. The hyper whatever.
I
Over
don't remember what she
sexual
said either.
whatever. It's the over sexualizing of the female body. Right?
Okay.
She was doing that. Nobody
She
did it.
was.
Nobody took her
She was
and
doing it to
said,
her own
hey,
body.
right. That's what I'm saying. And this
Well,
is the
I think
problem
she
that
was
I
saying,
have.
"I'm just showing off my body," but you made it a sexualized, like you sexualized it, where I was just
Well,
posting a
ma'am,
picture.
I can see pretty much see your thought box. Ma'am, listen, I can see your entry hole.
The kids asleep?
Of course. I don't speak like wild like this when they're awake.
I'm just
You
making
know
sure they
that.
can't hear you, sir. Lower your voice. Thank you. Love you.
I am closed in my own room, in my office. We gonna
What
be all
happens when you
right.
do your show with your wife?
They need to hear this.
The children don't need to hear
Y'all
about no
have
entry holes.
I'm not talking about the children. I'm talking about
Oh,
they
okay.
as the audience need to hear this.
Oh, okay.
What you got in that cup, girl?
It's water. It's water.
Okay. It don't sound
Water.
like it's water.
It's water.
So what I'm saying is this is on her. This
Okay.
is what the video is actually called. This is what kind of not taking accountability looks like. She needs to be accountable for whatever her part is in it. They
I
didn't just
agree with that.
drop her
I
for
agree with that.
nothing. They didn't
I
drop
didn't
her
say
for
they didn't.
nothing.
I don't think they dropped her for nothing.
So
That
she's
I'm not
trying to
saying.
make it seem
But I
like,
do think
oh,
she should own up to it. Like, yeah, I did
she
that,
not.
and
She not.
that's the
Like,
problem I have is take ownership for it. You did it. Yeah, I wanted to show my thought box. All right,
some people
that's the
listen.
problem I have.
The accountability that some people try to the women we say some women's accountability is some women's kryptonite. That's what we say.
I think
And
it's some people's kryptonite. I think everyone has accountability issues in
listen,
general
men
as a
men have
human race.
men in general have been held accountable.
The
We've been
whole human
held
population,
as a general.
Men? What? What? You know what? I'm not even gonna do this because this is not even
Let me
that type of
I'm just
show.
gonna say this, and it's gonna dead all that in you right now. I'm gonna say that when women can't afford their children, they can go get government assistance. When men can't afford their children, they put them in jail. So they're gonna be held accountable as a mug. If I had a
You
baby
talking
mama,
about child support?
hold on, if I had a baby mama and I can't afford my child support payments, and if I don't pay, guess what they will do? They will take me to jail, accountable like a mug. But if you
We're
can't
talking about
afford to
two
take,
different
if you
things.
can't afford, what I'm saying is are held accountable by society. When it comes to women, it's up to it's up to outside sources to try to really hold women accountable.
Because a lot of the times, Peter, women are the ones taking care. They're the ones taking care of the children. They're the ones that are
And
by themselves.
it's
They're
it's
single
set up that way
mothers.
too. It's set up
They're
that
more
way
single
too.
mothers than they are fathers.
The ways, yeah,
And
but
that's why there is that government assistance.
So therefore, if all things being fair, quote unquote,
Life is not fair.
why? See, and this is what I'm saying. Life is not fair. We understand that. But so just because life ain't fair doesn't mean we say, let's push the envelope to more unfairness. Come on, like if with all inside you, be fair. We know life ain't fair is not saying I'm gonna make it unfair. Life is not fair was supposed to be for okay, there's children in Africa
The
starving.
things that
Why
happen.
hold
Peter,
on?
what?
Why people hold on? Listen to what I'm saying. Stop. Listen to what I'm saying. The children in Africa, this is what life is fair. This is how women change the narrative to things. Life ain't fair is this. There are children in Africa starving. They were born into that. That's why life is not fair. Some people are born with a silver spoon in their mouth when they born, and some people don't have a silver spoon in their mouth. That's what it means. Life ain't fair. Some people get cancer. Some people don't. Things that are outside of what we can control when we're born. This is what life ain't fair means. Life ain't fair doesn't mean, hey, since life ain't fair, we can push the envelope to more unfairness. So we might as well say that to black people. Life ain't fair, black people. So don't talk to the white man and say, hey, make it fair for us. That's what we're saying. So now because what you're saying is losing the argument, you saying life ain't fair.
No.
I'm saying make it fair.
I'm not losing an argument because guess what? I have an opinion.
Why you use life ain't fair? What's that got to do with this situation?
What do you mean? Things are not always gonna go the way that we want it. Things are not gonna be smooth and just be a certain way. Like it's just the way of life in general. So you went from talking about people having a what is it, a silver spoon, a gold spoon, whatever spoon in their mouth, to some who don't have any.
I
Like
was
where's the middle?
I was
Like there is stuff
explaining
in
life.
between.
I was just explaining life ain't fair.
I get it, but it doesn't just
You
happen
was
in
trying
one
to
way. It's
use
not black and white.
you was trying to use life ain't fair. So so let's make it less fair.
That's not what I was saying. You missed it. It
You-
went right over your head, but it's
It didn't
okay.
it didn't go over my head.
It
I
did.
didn't miss it. I didn't miss it. What I'm saying,
Go
what you're
ahead.
trying to
Speak
say,
up.
because I was saying, hey, so to try to make it fair, and then you said life ain't fair. Well, we can make this fair.
Yeah, because you can't make
This
Peter. You
this
cannot make it fair. It will never be fair. It will never be fair. That's just
you can make it
not.
fairer,
Oh, is that a word?
fairer,
Let's look that
fairer.
up.
I don't
Let's look it up.
care. You know what I mean.
We
You
don't
know what I'm
care.
saying. You know what
Lord,
I'm saying. Do life make it? You trying to make it fair,
I
for
think we
more
should do what we're
fair,
supposed to do. I think we should hold
right?
ourselves accountable in general.
That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, man,
Period.
it goes back to what we're saying. Men are being held accountable in society. It's women that have these loopholes to get them out of their accountability.
I don't
So
know how
we
you
have
really
to
think that, but it's okay.
if a woman makes a bad decision, lays down with a man, that man also makes a bad decision to lay down with that woman. They have a baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once they have a baby, the woman can have the baby and do what with it? Have several options. Either have an abortion, either give it up for adoption. The mother could literally take the baby and leave it at a firehouse and nothing will happen to her. She could take it and leave it at a hospital. Nothing will happen to her.
Okay.
Man, if she decides to keep it, she can go after that man and she could go to the courts and the courts will make that man pay.
Okay. I
That's
think.
all I'm saying. All I'm saying is
Okay.
for the general statement, just a general
Okay.
statement. Every situation is different, but there's a general rule. Men are being held accountable for their quote unquote things they
More
need to be held accountable. Right.
men are being held accountable more than women are.
Right. So therefore, to
Okay.
even up the score, or to hold more accountability, because not holding somebody accountable can leave them unchecked, and then they go run wild, like we seeing. Like she just posted. This lady posted on here. Let's continue.
You said a lot of things that were right. I mean, your contract never stipulated anything about that. You don't find it inappropriate, but they do. Now, I'm going to give you that one, though. Black women have been, they have been stigmatized with their bodies and stuff like that. But where you lost me is where you talk about over sexualizing. It's a booty pic. In the net, you look
It's
like
a
a whole bag of
booty pic.
oranges, delicious oranges, though.
Ooh,
That's your booty being out.
sir,
I
sir.
mean, we can see the pony print, you hear? Between the legs. You hear that? Whenever you talk about the over sexualization of the female body, that's you.
Good
That's
night.
not,
Where is he? Is he
that's not me.
like?
I didn't put you in those fishnets.
I mean, half of the picture is your booty. And I'm not mad at it. Whoop-de-whoop. But when you say that, oh yeah, it's because of the argument is
Okay, so she said a lot there, and I'm going to rewind and go through that. So let's just take this bit by bit. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but you know what? I am going to, in the words of Daenerys Targaryen, Dracarys.
Don't
Okay,
do
that was
that.
a really bad way to say that.
Don't do
All right,
that.
guys, but before we get into this video, I want to thank today's sponsor, BioTrust. So there is.
So let's skip this part. She doing her sponsors. She doing her sponsors. I'm talking about keto. All right, let's go. Let's go back.
It's a powder.
Nowhere in the contract were there any stipulations given around what kind of content I could post, except for the branded content, which would be approved by the company. They're posting that picture and posting that caption.
That's a good point,
I received
though.
a phone call from my agent saying that the company thought it was inappropriate.
You got something to say?
That's a
What's
good
up?
point. I think that's a good point that she's making, though. It should have been in the contract, though.
What is in the contract to not show you behind?
Not show her cootie coot.
Right. Not show her thought pop box. Oh, well, ma'am, if you're gonna post, you can post bikinis, but please don't show the crack of your behind and your thought box.
I'm not
How does
saying that it has to be in
how
those
how
words. I'm just saying
hold
that
on? How is it? Hold on. How is it? How they gonna write that without sounding a little sexist or sounding a little discriminatory towards a woman's body? How they gonna say that as a company?
I mean, there's so many different types of contracts. I mean, we sign contracts all the time with even the jobs that
How they gonna
our
say it?
jobs.
How they
I
gonna
don't know
say it?
how to say it.
Okay,
I'm not
thank you.
nobody's attorney, but I'm just saying there's a way. Okay, there's a way.
Well,
There's a
if
way.
you're not an attorney, but how would you say it?
Babe, I don't know how I would say
Right.
it in the
And
right
they
terms. I'm
and
just
they
saying
didn't
that
and they didn't
with
know
the
either. They
contract,
thought, hold on, they
well, that's
thought
their. Mm, mm,
they
mm.
right, but they thought this is what they thought. They thought that she would have more sense than that and not show her thought box. I don't think that had to be put in the contract. That's already self-explanatory, common sense. Do they got to put that in the contract? No, they shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to.
Yeah, she's not booty butt naked. Okay, she not just standing there with no clothes on. She has clothes on.
Oh, if you want to say a fishnet is clothes on, go
Yeah,
ahead.
people get on Instagram in their bathing suits all the time.
That was a bathing suit, Nancy.
Peter, she has more on than someone with a bathing suit on, like a two-piece on.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
She was going to the beach.
I'm just saying, man. Like
That was swimwear she was wearing.
what I'm saying is, people post pictures, people post videos on the beach,
Mm-hmm.
on Instagram. I don't think that she thought that this would be an issue because it was like she's wearing clothes.
Yeah, and she thought wrong, and now she sponsorship gone.
Oh,
It's such is life.
such is life.
You have to represent, be respectful of who you represent, and keep it in mind. That's why you don't see. That's why clinicians like therapists don't come out and just talk straight trash. They have responsibility. They have a license to hold up. So it's a lot of different things going on. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's just go on with this.
When I read that caption, I read a playful articulation of the love I have for my man. Yet again, when I look at this picture, I see playfulness. I see a Black girl living her best life, having fun. There's nothing inappropriate about it to me, especially not in the world we live in today. For centuries, Black women's bodies have been scrutinized. They've been picked apart.
Okay, now you're doing too much.
They've been deemed inappropriate.
Yes, you deemed yourself inappropriate when you posted something inappropriate. This is where it's accountability. Now she's trying to. Y'all gonna get behind this, Black ladies? Is this what y'all get?
It's not that I'm getting behind it. I still feel like there is a line that they crossed as the company. Like they didn't. First of all, they didn't make it clear. Secondly, because they didn't.
How do you make it clear to not show
Peter,
the top
in your
box?
she is not. I don't even know how else to make you understand what I'm saying because clearly you just don't want to understand because you just want to be against this completely.
No,
I'm pretty sure all y'all was up here looking like, oh,
So
look.
what?
Look.
And the company don't want their brand to be tarnished like that. They have the
And I
right to do it.
understand. I really, honestly, now I'm like really, really interested to know who she is and what she's been doing all this time. Because if she's been this way,
I mean,
they some frauds, straight up. Like, because that doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe they were getting flack about it. Whoever it is that put her on didn't have a problem with it. I don't think they necessarily thought that she was a nun. I just don't understand why this is an issue for them per se.
See, now you went to nun. Now this is way polar opposites almost.
That's usually what you do. You went from spoon to no spoon.
No,
Ain't no middle, right?
I was giving an example of what a
I was
phrase
giving an
is.
example as well.
An actual phrase. You trying to say that they knew she wasn't a nun. Of course she wasn't no nun. They ain't find her in the church. They asked her because she has influence. She probably makes she makes videos like she's making it now. She got clothes on. She probably make videos and got a nice following, and they want to use her following and say, "Hey, I like your following. I want you to use it." And all of a sudden,
Up
she felt
until
good
the
up
coochie
until
cat came out.
right until they saw her thought box on display, and they was like, "Whoa!"
But she's dressed, Peter. She's dressed. It's just the position that she was in. No?
Right, right.
I honestly agree with what she's saying to a certain extent. The whole other part about the struggle and all that is like she reaching.
She's on TikTok. You know, TikTok is a kids thing, right?
I don't know why.
It
Because
is.
everybody and their mama on TikTok doing whatever they want to do.
Right. And that's what
TikTok is
I'm saying.
ratchet. Like
Right.
it's the ratchetest.
And that's when no, it's not the ratchetest. No, because there's certain things you can't do on live. They'll shut your whole live down. There's
Okay,
certain
so what
things you
social
can't
media
say.
network is
Right.
more,
They're the most tight knit out of all the social medias. You can't do whatever you want. But women, they try to get away with sexualizing their bodies on TikTok. And they get away with it to an extent. They know what they're
Okay.
doing.
All right, let's hear what else she has to say.
This is yet again an extension of that rhetoric. It's the hypersexualization.
So this is what you call deflection 101. This is what you call gaslighting 101. This is what you call so many things: delusion, self entitlement, no accountability. Yeah, it's a lot of things. Now, what she did say was true. There's a history of this, of Black women's bodies being, if you look up the history of it, being a part of, non-societal norms, and even, made fun of. Like, I mean, we can get into all that. We know that. So she uses that point, which is true. And that can also kind of trigger, oh yeah, for, a lot of people say, yeah, that's true. So what it does is it turns it into not what she did when she's double cheeked, like a bag of oranges. So it's not about that being in none of that. This is an issue. So you see, she turns the issue right now into something that everyone can agree with. And that can also be very personal or emotional for people. So what she's about to say is no longer about her, what she's done wrong. It's all about how all Black women are done wrong with their bodies, or treated a certain way or judged. So now this is the issue she's trying to play off of. This has nothing to do with being double cheeked, bust wide open, crotch shot, and then saying my ninja took this. Really, sis?
Okay. You got to air it out.
When I read that caption, I read a playful articulation of the love I have for my man.
You want to show appreciation for your boyfriend? Send him a picture in private.
In the bedroom.
Send him a picture in private. And this is what I wanted to say. And I'm glad I was said this, man, because women always say we post for ourselves. No, y'all don't. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. I wish I had my sound effects. Stop the cap.
That's a lie. You wouldn't post it if it was for yourself. You can just keep it in your phone.
You can keep it in your phone and look at yourself. And like women, when they say, "Oh," women talking about, "Oh, I go out with my homegirls, I get all done up, and it's for myself." Stop the cap again, because people gonna see you out there. And if it was for your outside, hold on. If it's for yourself, you'll be holding up a mirror to yourself like this. Tell yourself, "Yeah, I'm walking. Oh, I just want to see how cute I am." I just want to see how cute, because you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for either your homegirl's approval. You don't want to look like any kind of way with your homegirls around. Stop the cap. You are not posting on social media for yourself. It might be for yourself also, but it's not just for yourself. It's for other people's approval. I could almost agree if they post a picture and say nobody like this or the caption. Nobody like it. I ain't do this for y'all likes. I did this for myself. But no woman
not
is
on
doing
social
that.
media. Not on social media. I feel like social media and going outside are two different things. I would not put them in
Trying
the
to
same
show
category.
appreciation to a man by posting on social media. What?
No, that's BS.
That's
Straight up.
BS. Stop the
BS.
cap. You was trying to show appreciation to other people's man, but I ain't gonna go there.
Because they be looking.
Right,
But they
because
be
you wanted men's attention,
But-
and on
but
top
they
of
be
that, you
looking.
say, "Oh, guess what? And guess what? My boyfriend did this. See, I got a boyfriend that did it. See, you see what I'm saying? So
It
it's
have me looking at him sideways, like, sir, like, do you love
Man,
your girlfriend?
right. I
You
would
want people
never.
checking her
I
out
would.
like
A
that?
respectable man, any respectable man,
Yes.
wouldn't want they girl cheeks out to the world.
No, I
for the
can't
world
even
to
wear
see.
like little shorts. Like you'd be like,
I'm like, ma'am,
it's
Ma'am.
hot.
where you going?
I'm wearing my shorts.
Yeah,
Nah,
I mean, I let you wear shorts, but
Yeah,
what I'm
you're just
saying
trying to
is,
be like,
it can't be nothing crazy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
yeah.
No, I'm just like, wear that in the house with wear that in the house with me, so I can see you, because I like the way you move. like your boy Outcast say, like your boy big boy say from Outcast. I like the way you move. Duh. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Duh. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Bring it
Anyway,
back,
all right, let's
bring it in.
continue.
But
Let's
wait.
continue.
Before
Well,
we continue, I just want to say that it's two different things. I don't think social media, I think when you post it on social media, clearly it's social media. But if you're going out, you want to look your best self. And I don't think every time you dress, I don't think every
for
time
the
you dress
approvals
nice,
of others.
it's for the approval of other people. I don't think so. I don't think that's it. Peter, you go outside looking like a bum? Huh?
Yes, I do sometimes.
No. Listen, that's neither here nor there.
Yes, I do
And
sometimes, because I don't dress
we gonna pray
for
for
other
you.
people's approval.
We will pray for you.
Nancy, because you know I don't go out for other
And you know how I
people's
feel
approval.
about that. You know how I be like, yo,
Right.
bruh.
So when I'm coming out
Get it
with
together.
you, I might put a little something on. You know why? Because it's for you.
It's for me. So you don't want to look good for yourself, boo?
Sometimes I go out and put a
Don't
little
you feel
something
good
on.
when you look good,
but
when you
it's
smell good?
also-
Don't you feel good about yourself?
What you mean? I always smell good. But what I'm saying is,
Lord have mercy, you're missing the point, boo.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but
So
what
it's
I'm
not,
saying is,
it's not,
I don't
it's
do
not
it
for
just for
everybody.
me. I don't do it just for me. I do it so people won't look at me crazy if I do it
Right.
like that.
That's a part of it. Yes, because you want to fit into society. That's just a part of, that's natural.
Right. So
that's
therefore, so
normal.
what I'm saying is, stop the cap. Know that you're not doing it just for you. It could
It's
be
not
for
just
you.
for you. No.
But it's for other things
But
too.
it's not only for just, maybe some people do it for other people. I think there are some people who are that way. But I don't think it's always that way. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody has their own percentage of what they do it for. But it's not just for one thing and not just for the other thing.
But social media, straight up, it's not just for you. It's it's for other people. It's social media.
Right. It's for the social club.
It's social media. Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck does the internet have to do with your appreciation for your boyfriend?
That part.
Nigga, are you dating Instagram?
Are you done?
Are you?
He said, "Are you dating Instagram for real? Like, why
Where's
you
accent went though? Did he just have an accent?
No, you not him. You talking about Preach?
Nah, when he first started, wasn't he speaking in some foreign
Oh
talk?
no, because he was playing around. He was just playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You in a committed relationship with It's Complicated? It's Instagram? What? Are you so deep in the metaverse? You fucking somebody in VR? What's going on?
Sir.
No, but this is 100%. Zero accountability.
Zero.
100%. This is a Facebook post.
I'm sorry, Preach. I got like the worst shot of you, but I can't take it off right now. She said, "Play for articulation for the love for her man." This is what's so. This is what it is. It's not for her man. Everybody wants to. If this was for her man, like they said, you can do that in private. And putting a complete booty shot and crotch shot. What kind of man accepts that from a woman?
Right.
It sounds like the super simp of the century.
You need some. Hey,
I don't know.
I want to say some brothers out there need some simp intervention. That's what they need. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons with that word, simp intervention. Some people need. Hey, we need to have an intervention for simps. These guys need to stop simping. And if you that guy that took that picture and you actually her boyfriend, because she could be capping. But if you are her boyfriend, sir, be ashamed of yourself. Be ashamed of
Maybe
yourself.
that's what he likes.
Right. It, like I said, he needs simp intervention. He does. Because no respectable man that respects himself and his woman is going to allow his woman to do that and literally take the actual picture
Yeah, I don't
and
think he
then
be
say,
respectful like
baby,
that.
go ahead and post this on the gram or post this on TikTok.
It
Nope.
almost feels like he's pimping her, in a way.
Right. He
I mean, I
brings
don't want to. It's just weird. I mean, that part is strange to me.
right. So yeah, y'all heard it here, lady. Y'all heard it here. You heard it here first. For my wife, for my boo thing. Y'all listen,
I don't
y'all
know.
fellas, y'all need to stop simping. I'm telling y'all this right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get a closer shot real quick because
Oh
y'all,
Lord.
y'all messing with. Y'all need to stop simping because if y'all continue to simp, it's already messing up the dating pool. But I promise you, in the next 5 years, it's gonna be completely destroyed.
What's gonna be destroyed?
The dating pool is gonna be
Oh.
completely destroyed. We're not gonna. This will be.
The dating pool will be destroyed.
We're not gonna hear the end of women's mouths. It's gonna be over for our ears. So, men, if you do not hear this, the ones that are simping, if you can't hear this, take off your ears and go to the ear store and get some new ones.
What?
Listen to what I'm saying to you, men that are simping. You are messing it up for the rest of the people that are serious about dating and getting into real relationships. You need to stop that, sir. Stop liking those pictures that you see. Even if y'all Facebook friends and you know the girl, stop liking her pictures. Just look and keep on going. Stop simping. Stop giving females attention that they don't give you. It's supposed to be an equal exchange. You give, she give the same thing.
I mean, men are hunters, aren't they? Shouldn't they be
Right.
hunters?
Do not do that. There's other ways.
No.
Stop simping. If you trying to go through a girl's pictures and like 4 or 5 pictures and then comment, oh, you beautiful queen and all kinds of stuff, stop doing that.
Oh, that's simping.
You simping. Stop it. But this dude right here, this brother right here, that didn't took a picture for his quote unquote girl, because she might be capping about that, because you know a lot of people cap for the gram.
You think she lying?
I don't know. But if he is out there, bro, you need some serious intervention. Like I said, shout out to Pink Book Lessons with that word right there, intervention. Yes.
Baby, you putting the video back up or?
Oh, did you hear it?
Look,
Yeah.
I can look like a thought box and my boyfriend assists me on it. You too, ladies, can have it all. A man who is a true, strong feminist and he believes in women, and that's fine. That's fine. If that's the simp you have, then you can keep him.
Oh my gosh.
But like you try to flex on women like that, you want attention from other men. If that's for him, it should be just for him. He wants all the other men to see your box. No, I think you do. Because even if you have a man in today's era in IG, thought in IG modeling, that you know what? If my relationship one is not public, it doesn't exist. Nothing's private anymore. And number two, the idea out here in these modern times is women, even if they have a man, they need the attention from other men to feel satisfied. They need that validation. They want those options. They want to feel like they have endless options. Something go wrong with this one, I can do other things. Or they just want to feel good. They want to feel like tingles and everything, because so many men think I'm fine because the order of the day, because most women in modern times don't know how to interact or get attention from men if it's not sexual. They don't know how to win a man. They think having a box and doing that is how you get a man. That's how you keep a man. No, that's how you get a simp, which clearly is what this is giving, sis.
For centuries, Black women's bodies have been scrutinized, they've been picked apart, they've been deemed unworthy, they've been deemed inappropriate, and this is yet again an extension of that rhetoric. It's the hypersexualization of the Black female body.
Okay.
Did she just say the over sexualization?
She said this is yet again the extension of that. So she's trying to she's trying to appropriate Black female struggle in trying to be acceptance when it comes to her sexuality, her hair, her body. You see what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with that at all. Not even a little bit. But let's continue.
Of the Black female body, hypersexualization of the female body. Ma'am, must I remind you,
ma'am,
this is what you posted. So what is this? Modesty?
Who's trying to be modest though, ma'am?
What are you promoting?
She was just trying to,
as a Black woman.
She said, "What are you trying to promote as a Black woman?" Okay, what is this? Okay, because what was happening is a Black woman could just be like and be presentable, little presentable, and then they will over sexualize her body being presentable. This is not presentable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what she's trying to say. What are you promoting? Modesty? You know what I'm saying? What are you promoting? Like what are you trying to because we say we kings and queens, we say we're Black and we're proud, and I get all that, but it's like we're trying to do what everybody else is doing,
right?
And then it's hurting us more,
right?
Like,
we're not separating ourselves, but yet we want that title,
right?
We want that acknowledgement.
We want to
like
be
not behaving like a king or a queen,
right?
Because you know the difference. Kings and queens don't act like everybody else,
right? They act like they kingly and queenly. They act like they
pretty
royalty,
much set apart.
They royalty. But we got women out here acting like 304s.
What are 304s, honey?
It's hoes acting like 304s, and that's what's happening.
I'm so done with y'all. So done. Simps, 304s. I mean,
this is
the manosphere.
This is what's happening. These women are doing these things and then say, "Oh, respect me as queen." No, sis. I'm gonna say sis because you my sister. But I only say queen and king to queens and kings. I'm sorry. Whoever's acting like royalty, that's who I'm gonna give that honor to. Your Majesty. I ain't gonna say no Majesty to the 304s on the corner. Come on, man.
But what about respect all across the board? Because we
still
respect
them,
other people,
but
regardless of
I'm not gonna call
being a hoe or a 304 or whatever you want to call it.
I'm gonna call them sis or bro.
Oh, so but that person's good enough to be your sister, your brother.
Yeah, because they are.
Oh.
But doesn't mean that they acting like they're royalty. I'm gonna call them sis because that's what it is. Hey, we Christians don't mean that you are the child of the king just because you on this earth. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Y'all asking for trouble, and then when trouble comes to your door, you say, "Why are you here?" Right? Trouble. What are you doing here?
Right.
You called me. I did. Don't act crazy. You know what you're doing. It's like these women are not dumb. They're not dumb. They know what they're doing. That's what I just
think that they think that people will still have a level of respect for them.
No, because
they're making a choice.
They're trying to do that. They're trying to do this. It's like women like this are trying to do like a big con, especially the feminist movement. That's why I have a problem with the feminist movement, especially in our community, because they're trying to do like a big grift, a big con on the rest of society and say, "Hey, we can be escorts and get treated like royalty." No, you're gonna get treated like escorts. We could be 304s and get treated like we Michelle Obama. No, Michelle Obama gonna get treated because the way she carry herself.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to do a big con and say everything is acceptable.
Right. Maybe they because they want things to change. They don't
and
want things to stay the same.
And we're lifting up a standard. No, because that's gonna confuse the babies. That's gonna confuse the babies.
I mean,
That's
but
right.
there's a lot of confusion going on already. So it's like
Right.
if we're
And
normalizing
so
other things that we call confusion,
so we
why
gotta
can't we
hold.
normalize this too?
No, because we gonna lift up a standard. Sorry.
Oh, so now we lift up the standard.
No, we need to lift up.
when...
Right, but hey, I'm lifting up this little standard right here, and you got a bunch of dudes that's scared to lift it up with me. Or they've been bought. They bought into the con that I'm just woke like that. I'm for real woke, not the fake woke that everybody be saying. We all woke. We all woke. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that really watch and peeps game. I've been like that since I was a kid.
We know.
I'm peeping the game.
You was a woke kid. You came out the womb.
The game, right?
Peter Caesar.
The game. This is what the game is happening. They're trying to do a big grift on all of us. And everybody ain't buying it. I'm not buying it.
I mean, you don't have to buy it, honey, but
no,
I just feel like.
But they want people to buy it, and other people are not buying it either. They might go along with it to a certain extent, but they're not buying it. Come on, they're not buying it.
Though, and I understand what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I guess when I think about certain things, I think about the fact that we are normalizing a lot of things, and the things that we never thought would be normal. It is happening. It is it's not our home, but other people's homes, and we have to now talk to our children about things that we're still trying to, get get a grip on, come to grips with, but it's happening. You know what I'm saying? That maybe this is not exactly the same thing.
Right. It's really not. Because I gave an example today. If I, as a man, posted a picture of the bulge of my junk in my sweatpants, and I held it to the side, and I zoomed up my camera and took a shot of it, and I posted on Instagram and I posted on Facebook, y'all would call me a pervert.
Did you?
But a woman could do the same thing, and she's not a pervert. This other lady, I watched something today, and the black lady said, "Y'all just perverted. Y'all perverts. Y'all showing all your breasts and everything and showing it to other men, and people, men could be looking at it on their phone. People, children walk by and all kind of stuff." She said, "Y'all just perverted, because if it was the other way around, they will be saying, hey,
well, men do it too.
The men can't do it.
It's about to be sweatpants season, and
but see what I'm saying is, but if I did that, if men did that on a large scale,
you wouldn't do that, because
of course I wouldn't do it. I got respect for myself. But what I'm saying is,
and for me, because I would find you.
That's what I'm saying. That's why this guy, he needs some intervention, because he literally doing this stuff. It's crazy, man. Let's continue, man, so we can finish this video. Get up out of here, man. Gosh, dog. Listen.
Since this is now this is about Black people. That's the other thing. She appropriated all Black people now into her fight. We all got a dog in this because she's been a thought box, attention-seeking thought box on Instagram. Now this is civil rights at this point. But what is she promoting here? I mean, gosh darn, I just was so inspired. Like, what comes to mind when I see something like this? Or as a man, what do you see when you see this? Are you sexualizing her, or is she sexualize herself, demean herself? She is literally being what she says she's against, and what's oppressing her. The over-sexualization of Black women's bodies are like really oppressing me. Meanwhile, in other news, Bob, she has a thought box crotch shot on Instagram and is very proud of it. Back to you in the studio. Like, what are you talking about? This is not my fight. I'm not
not my fight.
Because yes, you're thinking no accountability. I mean, this is extreme. It's the delusion. I don't know if it's a lack of critical thinking, delusion, entitlement, narcissism, or a range of other things, or all. But you are clearly the perpetrator of this. What do you think young women feel looking at this? What do you think they think? What are you inspiring anyone to do other than to stand up in their pants? What message does this send other than I want to take it from the back? Sorry. That's the message it sends. There is no other message here. You are full bootied. You want men to be aroused. You want them to give you attention. You want to outcompete other women. You want to flex that you have a man, a simp. No honorable man would let his woman that he wants to marry do this unless he's a bottom, which clearly he is. So this right here for me, and these are all my opinions. Yes, these are my opinions on this, and because this is so.
And I agree with the opinion because I'm a man, and there is a lot of facts to what she's saying. It's just there's an actual study. They actually studied. It's a study from Princeton. They study a man's mind, a man's brain, and they did a group study.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And the group study was saying that the men, when they saw a woman with in bikinis or little to no clothes on, the part of the brain that usually lights up when you see another human being, when you consider their feelings and consider that they're human beings and all that part of the brain was dead. I think there was the frontal cortex or something. It was just not lighting up. But the part of the brain that was lighting up was the things you associate with objects like hammers, tools.
That's so
gadgets.
weird.
It's human brain. You're fighting towards man's nature, against nature. Like that's what I'm saying. When I try to post online, I try to tell women, hey, you're fighting, you're helping out the man's wrong nature. Like we're human. It's like we're lustful people. Men and women are lustful people. And now you're gonna just give us the lust. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna entice our lust and then say, oh, when I fall as a man, how dare you? No, you just enticed me. Like I'm trying to stop eating ice cream, and then you just eating ice cream in my face every day. Eventually, I'm gonna cave in. That's why we tell men to run away from these people. We tell men
to say that, right,
to run away from this kind of lust. We tell men that, hey,
take the way of escape. Take it.
Right. Take the way of escape. We tell men to stop simping. Because if you stop simping and women don't get the male attention, women will give up the game too. So I agree with you, Nancy. They will give up the game too. And if women stop doing it, you will give the men nothing to simp about.
You know what I think about though? It makes me think about psychologically, I think there's a high that we get from that gratification, even if it's not good or positive, just the attention that you're getting from that person or whatever type of attention that is from the same sex, opposite, I don't know, whatever your thing is. What happens when like that it's gonna have to be replaced with something else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my mind goes to like, okay, men stop simping, women start, dressing more modest, and then there's gonna be this, like you feel like you're missing something now.
Well, then it's gonna have to force one or two things. It's gonna force the world to change for the better, or it's gonna force men and women mindsets to
Men
be
and
more
women.
respectable and seek
Mm-hmm.
honor and go back to the time when we're about honor and
Mm-hmm.
respect. That's what we need to get back to,
Yeah.
especially in the Black community. We
I
need
feel
to
like it's a
get back
drug. I do.
right. And what
In
I'm
a
saying, we
sense.
need to say no to that drug, and we need to
So we're gonna
we
need some rehab. That
right.
means that's where we get therapy, but you're gonna have people,
But this is
I
where we
mean,
also have channels like this to encourage to say stop doing it. This is what
yeah,
it's doing. If
yeah,
you know the repercussions of what you're doing and you getting saying, hey, that's unacceptable. If you're being held accountable,
right.
that's why accountability partners is so good.
It's
That's
a
why when
really,
you go,
really important
right,
thing.
that's why
Yep.
why you have people on AA, they have a
Right,
sponsor.
right, right. It's that accountability.
Right. You need
So true.
everybody needs men and women need accountability partners.
But
And
that's what
y'all try to
community comes into,
they try to say
like
that
in
we
general.
evil. They try to say I'm evil.
What's how you
I'm
talk,
like,
baby? Sometimes you can be kind of
I'm
rough. You
giving
know
you good
that.
advice.
You know that
I'm saying we need
you be
accountability
going for the
partners.
chocolate.
I do be going for the juggler because we in a juggle situation.
So we're in dire need for help. Try to save
Right.
you.
We need I'm trying to save y'all. Cause
But she don't want to be
cause
saved.
if
Don't save
right.
her. I'm
Listen,
sorry. Never
in the
mind.
words, if I agree, because in the
Oh
words of Project
Lord. Oh
Pack,
Lord. Oh Lord. Why'd I start this?
in the words of Project Pack, he keeps it real. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
Save.
That's what it's saying. But let's finish this video up and then we get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just who
It's such an abomination. We're in the end times. This
mm.
is all this woman has to
No,
offer. Because
ma'am.
when she speaks,
Now she's a Christian, so this is what it is. We trying to fight back against it. It's what it is. We are in the end times. We trying to fight against this craziness because we can't say we ain't try. You know what I'm saying? We ain't try
Yeah.
to fight
Yeah.
against this, and we might have won it. At the
Yeah,
end
you're
of the
right.
day, that's what it
It's so
is.
true. It's
It's
so true.
it's annoying work, but it's a work that needs to be done. Like who will do it? Who is man
Right.
enough to do it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of these dudes ain't man
Who
enough
will
to do it.
go?
Who
Who
will
will go?
go? Send me, Lord. Send me.
Can I get one? One? Just one?
Hey, I remember there was a song. I forgot how the song went. It was a Christian song, and he said, I forgot. You might know the song. If you need me, Lord, I'll go. If nobody else go, I'll go. Send me, Lord. It's all right with me. Hold on.
Mm.
If nobody else go, then I'll go.
Like, all right, I guess
he
I'll
said,
go.
if you need somebody to go, I'll go. But if nobody else go, I'll go. Send me, Lord. It's all right with me.
Like I stay in the back, right? So if
I
like
say in the back,
nobody else go,
nobody go,
I
then
got
I'll
you.
go, Lord.
Like I got you, God. Like
I
I'll
got
go.
you. I always
That's how
thought
it be, though.
as a kid when I heard that song, but I thought I was like, why you don't go first?
Like you don't really want to go though. Like, are you a willing vessel? Like,
Well, I
anyway.
mean, Jesus talks about that. He'd rather have somebody, drag their feet but still go. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Then somebody say,
mm,
"Oh, I'll go, Lord, I'll go," and they'll never go.
mm,
Giving you lip
mm.
service. I'd rather somebody with
That's
lips
good.
that don't give lip service, but rather drag their
Right,
feet, but they still going.
right. But they will
You know what I'm
go.
saying?
That's true.
Right.
That's most of us. But anyway.
we see what comes out. Nothing but hot garbage and delusion. And this is just, girl. And if you guys smoke for me, call in. I'm live every night from Sunday to Thursday, starting at 7 p.m. Make sure you guys check me out. All right, guys, that's it. Make sure.
All right, that's it for that video. But yeah, it's. So what you think overall, Nancy? What you got to say to the ladies, to the men, whatever you got to say?
Man, it's so much. Like I'm trying to process everything.
It is a lot.
Well, first off, I think she is a bit delusional. I do think that I think she should be taking more ownership of the picture. Like, yo, I posted it and that's what I did and I got dropped, but hey, that's just me and that's what I wanted to do. Like putting it on the struggle and blah 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 blah, blah and all that is it's a bit much, but maybe that's really how she feels. I don't know. Hopefully not, but
or maybe she's trying to garner more support. and get more followers that way.
Maybe,
So
maybe.
she's using the black struggle.
she's. I think
And
she might
she
be using a black
no, she's
struggle.
abusing the black struggle. Let me put it like that. She's
Okay, I
abusing
think
the black
I
struggle.
like, yeah. To me, that I understand that sentiment. I do. I understand
Mhm.
that comment. I just I don't know, man. It's just like I feel like she might really believe what she's saying.
Yeah. So
Like, why can't I
therefore,
post this? Especially if she's around
that
the
she's
same type of
delusional.
people and they're all posting those pictures and they're all getting likes. Like, how do you think that she became the influencer that she is now? It's from posting these type of pictures. So it's like, okay, so this picture is okay, but this one is not. Like, like I pushed the envelope a little bit too
Are
much
you
this
trying?
time,
Are
and now
you
it's a
trying?
big thing.
Are you trying to say that a lot of women that's how they get followers?
No,
All
well,
right.
I think that
It's
most of
a
those women who post those pictures do get a lot of followers because of that.
right, but I think some people I mean, there's a lot of people on my TikTok, a lot of women on my TikTok that don't post nothing like that, and they just speak positive words. They speak,
Yeah, but they have
to
their audience. They have their
right.
audience. That's what I'm saying. So the people who do post those type of pictures, their followers are there because of those pictures, not because it's like, oh, her face is cute. It might be because her face is cute, but it's primarily because her booty's out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that that's the case. But
You don't think that's the case?
no,
You don't think that's the case?
I don't think because she had a booty out in every other picture, and then they said, "Oh, this this post was more bootified than the other booty pics." No,
We won't know until we actually check out her stuff. That's what I'm saying. So we're kind of missing a piece of information. I think a huge piece of
somebody was.
information.
I mean, somebody did a whole thing on her or whatever like that, and they didn't never come out and say that. And then usually that source, I'd kind of trust that source because they do a lot of digging on the person, and that's
And
not
that
what I
person,
that's not what I was getting from what they were saying. They were just saying like she
she never
don't
posts pictures like that.
not like that. No,
Not even close.
like she just did pictures, regular pictures.
Man, I'm gonna find this girl stuff because I don't
Find
believe
it,
that for 1 second.
find
That
it.
don't make no sense to me. That she would all of a sudden just feel like she should post this picture.
Well, some people give in to
Excuse me.
peer pressure of what's going on around them,
And
and they do
bye.
all kind of stuff. Yeah. They know they trying to flex. Like you can have somebody that don't flex all their life, and then because they around things and they see things and they put so much pressure, and it's like, go ahead, post that so I can flex real quick one time, and then they post it and they mess around and did the wrong thing. Just the same thing with dudes. They doing all kind of crazy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and they say something out of pocket. Oh, bam. They don't normally say stuff like that, but they say something
Right.
out of pocket, bam, cancel, bam, lost deal, bam. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's why I think this is kind of what it is. She was feeling herself and she wanted to flex on whoever and show off to whoever, and then posted this. And they said, "Oh, you don't usually post stuff like that." Out of
Mm.
there.
Well, she lost one deal. I don't think that means she's not gonna get any other deals.
Yeah, the next cover of Booty is Illustrated. Yeah, she'll
Well,
get Booty Illustrated.
and she gonna get money. Like, there's a place for it, Pete. There's a market for it. There are people who want to see it.
Right. And if she want to go down that route, go ahead. And then
I
she
think if
going
she's gonna do it, she should own it. That's just
right.
what I'm saying. I honestly feel like if she's gonna do this, own it.
And if she is gonna do that, fellas, don't like her pictures.
You can't tell nobody what to do.
Don't like their pictures, bro. Stop simping. Stop simping. Stop simping. Stop liking these girls' pictures. Stop giving these girls the attention, the male validation. You know what? I want to say this before we go.
Hmm.
Um,
You gonna pray us out?
no, I want to say this. This man, this guy that I know, he posted something, and I said something, and he knew what I meant. Um, and instead of him, breaking down what I meant, um, he said, "Oh, he said something like almost against it to
Hmm.
kind of be jokingly because I know him."
Right.
But
And you know he's not really like that. Like
right,
he's
so that person, but the person of a female had liked it, and
mhm.
guess what happened? And you
What?
know what happened in my mind? That she now took that and got the male validation she needed to continue on what she was doing.
Yeah. That's usually what happens. I mean, when you know you're doing something wrong or you want to continue doing something, you usually try to find someone who agrees with you. Like, okay, okay, not you, I'm just saying in general.
Right,
You
right,
try to
right, right.
find somebody who agrees with you. So you're like, I'm good. I'm gonna keep
Right,
doing it.
right. And
You
it's
know, birds of a feather flock together. Usually you have friends who are just like you, who like the
right.
things that you like to do, who, you know what I'm saying? So,
It's a reason why Jesus told when the disciples came to Jesus and told him, um, these people don't walk with us, and they were preaching about you. Um,
mm,
and he said, leave them. He said,
mm,
because they're not doing any harm to me. You see what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
He'll separate the wheat and the tares at the end of the day.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
that's what I'm saying. So a lot of
mm-hmm.
people try to correct people in certain ways because they don't understand what's going
Right,
on, or they
right,
they have the own assumption that this person is not doing the thing the right way because they never seen it like that, or they don't
right.
agree with it. Leave them. So I'm telling to y'all, leave me alone.
That's what you said to say? Leave me alone.
Leave me
Leave
alone.
me. Babe, at the end of the day, this is your I'm gonna say this too because I mean you didn't tell me to say this, but this is your it's social media. It's your page, it's your platform. Whatever you share is what you want to share. People they don't have to comment. They don't even have to look. We're in the time and the age where you can unfollow people. Did y'all know that? There's a little button called unfollow, and you won't see any of that person's stuff. You thank me later. But anyway, if they really don't want to see your stuff, they can unfriend you. They can unfollow you. You
They
know, if it's
could.
really, really
They
that bad,
they
and they choose
they
not to,
they could, or
or or
they can take the better road. Take some things that I say. You might not agree with
yeah,
everything. Take a
absolutely,
few things that I say, apply it to your life, and see different changes and outcomes that you want to see.
Peter. That's what's interesting is that they don't do it. They don't unfollow. You know, they keep watching. They want to see it. There's a reason why they keep coming back, and I don't think it's just to be like, oh, let me see what he's saying today. I think that there's a part of them that does feel like, dang, he might be onto something. You know, even if it's not coming out in a way that they may find appetizing or whatever, however you want to put it. But
Right.
you are spitting a lot of truth in your own unique way because you are an extremely unique person.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Now you just gave me the female validation I needed, and so now I could put the battery in my back. And I could go. Woo! I'm coming for
Now go
y'all.
wash those dishes. How about
I'm
that?
coming. I'm coming for y'all. I'm coming for y'all. Now she done put the female battery in my back. No, I was
Oh
like, and
Lord.
people get misconstrued. Oh, trying to do this for females, get their attention about it. Listen, this is not good attention.
You got all the women you need right here. All right?
Right. If
Okay?
anything, I'm trying to speak for the men that can't that don't have a voice or are afraid to speak out. I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
tell y'all, give y'all tips. I'm actually, if you listen, I'm really trying to help y'all out because
Really?
I said a post today. I said, hey, the truth is that your man or your boyfriend agrees with probably agrees with my post, but he just ain't telling you that he do.
Because he don't want no
He don't
problems.
want no problem.
Right? The truth is,
I
right?
posted I posted a day about that too. I said
You want no
that
problems. You
three
want
point
peace.
3.5 times men commit suicide more than
Hmm?
women. 3.5 times women commit suicide, men commit suicide. It's because part of it is because they don't have an outlet, they don't have safe
Mm.
spaces to speak their mind and
Oh,
speak what's going on. That's what a lot of people feel trapped and feel lost. You see what I'm
wow. I never
saying?
even thought about that. You know what? And it's true because a lot of times I thought that men didn't have emotions or like, like women are just the emotional ones. And
'Cause
it wasn't until I spoke to
they be
you.
called the B word.
Right. And you know what? Because men were acting like they didn't have emotions. Well, we thought that men just didn't speak because they didn't speak. we didn't know it was tied to something else.
And mothers
You know
taught
what I'm
men not to
saying?
have emotions. You like,
You see, so it goes back. It goes back. Mothers taught their men not to have emotion, or their boys not to have emotions. They grow up into being men, and they still are not comfortable enough to express themselves. But then you're saying that they're also women calling their men the B
right.
word.
And then when they finally say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna step out on the limb and try to, and then all of a sudden they call you the B word, or they say, oh, you a sissy, oh,
Then you shut down.
you a P, and then you shut down and you come right back and you say, I won't do that again. We don't bump our head against the wall. We don't do that. We don't keep bumping our heads against the wall.
So do other men talk to men? Like, you know how with women we express ourselves to our girlfriends a lot of times, even though y'all
That's
call it
why,
emotionally cheating or whatever the case is.
but that's why we have spaces like this where men can hear their side of being talked about. It's like I'm their mouthpiece talking to their women about
Taking
what
the
men
beating,
want.
taking the beating for these men.
Right.
They
And
gotta stop paying you.
so they have this going on. Yeah, they're gonna start hitting me up with the cash app. Man,
Yeah,
eventually it's gonna get there. But what
you
I'm
gotta get the
saying
offer
is,
and fuck it out.
but
Where is
what I'm
it?
saying is we have these channels like this, and the
Mhm.
last physical place that we had was the barber shop. But see, the way the world is, you have single mothers coming into the barber shop now, bringing their kids, and then now women have shortcuts. So you got women with shortcuts coming in. So now guess what? No space is safe for us anymore. That
Well,
was our last. The barber shop was our last place, and now
you know
women
what?
have coming in the barber shop.
I hear what you're saying, and I think that when things like that happen, it's because there's like been a shift. So, we're not in the age where it's happening the same way it was. So now is the time of, of social media and the internet. So we can have these conversations this way, like you're saying. I just
Mhm.
think that men have to be more intentional. And, as you continue doing this, there'll be men who are going to become more brave and bold about speaking out as well. And y'all can just, form a big old team, you know, group or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, we got the red pill community, manosphere. Then you got the black pill. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different echo
Yeah, but
chambers
are
that
y'all
y'all know
actually
about.
talking? Are y'all actually,
Yeah, we talking about stuff. We
yeah,
talking. That's why things are changing. That's why a lot of
mm,
women are getting upset about men acting certain ways, even though they might not be bad guys, but it's guys that making good money now, and now they're not even dealing with certain women and the way they behave. It's getting crazy because we're telling them, hey, don't do that no more. Don't go that route no more. Do a different route. Now you got dudes trying to buy passports and leave the country because they tired of Western
yo,
women.
that's a lot, man. That
And now
yeah,
women
I
are
can't
back.
believe that. That's
Then you got
crazy.
echo chambers of women bashing those men. Oh, if he got a passport, sis,
Oh my
don't.
God, why do we have
You
to
know what I'm saying?
do that? Why
And
does
this is
everything
what
have
I'm
to be
saying.
about a bashing? Why can't we just
Right, right. And what
speak
we're
and
trying to say,
share?
we're trying to speak and share, and because it's taboo, and we're not supposed to say anything about women or to women or try to hold women accountable or say, hey, we don't like this when y'all women do this. Oh, how dare you? But y'all can say it all day long, and then we be like, okay, let's take it.
No, that
Let's,
Peter, that is not the truth. And I know we gotta go soon, but you say that, and I just don't agree with that. I don't think that men just go, "Oh, I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna change it." We're
of
just
course, but
such.
what?
You guys are not just such great sports. You guys push back.
No, we might drag our feet, but we want the women. We do what the women want us to do.
That's not true,
If
honey.
you think, listen,
It's not.
you think if most women were saying you could be a scrub, you can sit on your mama's
I
couch.
wanna
You,
go,
you you don't have to have a JLB to be with me.
GOP. I'm sorry, I can let that
You know what
go.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they were saying that, man, dudes was don't do nothing because that's what y'all want. But y'all asked us, hey, you need to have a job. You need to
You
pay
need
this
to have a
rent.
job.
Ain't nothing
You gotta pay your rent.
ain't nothing going no ain't
Don't you
nothing up
gotta
but the
eat?
rent. Ain't
Don't you
nothing
gotta,
up but ain't nothing up but the rent, Nancy.
babe? But the man has to eat too. The man need a
Right.
place to live too. It's not just for her, it's for him
Women
too.
are these mothers nowadays will let they boys stay with them for a long time because
They're gonna protect their babies. Yep.
they son husbands. So what I'm saying is, if that was the
Lord help
case,
us.
that's a whole nother story. But if
It
that was the
is. It
case,
is.
if that was the case,
We gotta unpack all
That's
this
what
stuff.
we'll be
It's a
able to
lot.
do, Nancy.
It's a lot. It's a lot of unpacking. But
Right.
I think it's good that we're starting a conversation. We're talking about it. You know,
Somebody got to start it.
hearing it, hearing it, like starting to see that, okay, this is not okay. Like things have got to change. Things are happening for you a certain way because of this. Maybe you might want to consider
Mhm.
changing it,
Right,
you
just to
know?
try different. I mean, it's literally the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, thinking that you're supposed to get a different result, and that's
Yeah,
what essentially what women are doing. And we're trying to tell women, no, do this differently. Oh, you can't tell me what to do. See, that's the problem. We can't tell you what to do, but it's all right if you tell us what to do, and we supposed to take it. We might go kicking
nah,
and screaming,
nah,
but
that's not the case.
eventually we go along and we say, hey, let's do what we could do, move, make some moves. But
Right.
other than that, women are saying, no, I could just be, and you gotta accept me for me
No,
just being. No,
that's
you gotta
stupidity.
you gotta
That's
show,
stupid.
you gotta earn your spot too. You gotta show us
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
that you elegant. You gotta show us that you respectful. You gotta show us that you these things that we want too.
Right,
We
right. Absolutely. It should go both ways
what we
though.
tell men not to do in this space, we say, do not accept a bad deal. That's what men are not gonna do. Women can accept bad deals all they want, but
Huh?
the men
You're
don't
supposed to be your brother's and your sister's keeper. What do you mean?
what I'm saying is don't accept a bad deal. What I'm saying, women, if they're not listening, which I'm trying to tell women how to accept better deals, but they don't want to listen. They're going to continue on their ways and just continue thinking all men are trash or whatever.
Well, they're gonna be
So,
lonely.
hey, go ahead. So, but the men that are listening and ones that are and the women that are listening, we're trying to say, do not accept a bad deal. And the guys
Mm-hmm.
are starting to listen. Guys are
Mm-hmm.
starting to give girls cold shoulders now. Guys are starting to not pay for the first date meal and go Dutch.
You know what?
Stuff is it's all happening.
I'm
There's a whole
so glad I'm married because
New York, the New York Post put out an article saying that women are using men to go out to eat dinner to places that they want to try. So they've been going on
okay,
dates to let the man pay for the date and never call him
yeah,
again.
but he took her. Like, if you gonna take me to a restaurant, take me to the restaurant and pay for my food. If you don't want to do that, then don't take me out, bro. I'm not putting a gun to your head and telling
So
you to take me
therefore,
out.
so guess what happening?
What?
Dudes are going Dutch on the meal.
Yo, that's classless. Like that right there is.
Eating and then dipping out and not seeing that person again. That's
Peter,
not classless.
you're not obligated to see somebody after again. You don't have to.
Right. So therefore,
Just like he's not obligated to
to
say, let's go on a date.
to take your
Come
resources
on
and
now.
give it.
Let's
Hold on.
grow up.
To take your resources that you work hard for and to give it to a random chick is idiotic.
She's random. She's random,
Yes.
but you took her out to a
She's not.
restaurant.
Oh, she's
You
not
chose
random.
to take her to the
No,
restaurant.
no, no.
Yes.
Half the time these women are choosing. This is what I'm saying to you. It's not.
You
It's not.
can say no. That's what I'm trying to say. It's an agreement.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, dudes is not going out. That's why
What are you
Netflix and chill.
saying?
That's why Netflix and chill is a thing, Nancy. These dudes are not going out no more. Oh, why guys won't take me on a regular date? No, because they're not spending on no money on you.
I
And,
think
and,
that they
and then you're
should
gonna
get to
just
know
dip
each other
out
a little bit more though. Like y'all should talk. Y'all should
or go out for
try to
drinks.
build. Yeah, like something like
You buy a
if
drink, I
that's how.
buy a drink,
Yo, that
and
is
we just
some.
talk.
Yo, Pete. Nah, man. Nah.
I'm telling you,
I don't know.
these dudes are wising up because these
They're
women are playing
wising up
games.
that you're making a woman pay for her own drinks and her own
Right?
food.
She
What are we
needs to.
doing?
She needs to, because
Listen, let me tell you something
they
right now. I'm gonna
literally.
say it on the
No,
our
stop. Hold on.
daughters. We have
Hold on.
daughters.
Hold on. Let me say this. On Instagram and on TikTok and all these different platforms, they have literally echo chambers of women teaching women how to game men and get them to buy meals and buy things for them. So this is what men are doing. Men are like, you gonna play me like you playing that man? No, heck no. They waking up and say, no, you ain't gonna play me. We thought that women, we try to be chivalrous and try to be nice and try to be a man, a gentleman, and pay for the meal. And women are taking that and with bad intentions to say, hey, I'm only coming out. He don't know because I've been finessing him. I'm only coming out for the meal and I would never see him again. That's called playing games. Now, if men did the same thing, which is some do, just like women are doing, If men are doing the same thing, you say it's wrong. So we're saying if men are taking a stand and say, no, that's wrong. I'm not going to be played. They're taking accountable for them not being played. Because if they get played, you be like, oh, just like you said, oh, you let them do it. You told them you'll go out with them. So guess what they saying now? I will not go out with you. If we do go out and you do
and you
want
have
my
that
time,
choice,
and you do want my time, because my time is valuable just like yours is, you pay for your meal and I pay for mine, and we get to know each other. And then once we see it going somewhere, then I'll start paying. And then every once in a while, you pay too. You can treat me too. Thank you.
Peter, listen,
You
I'm a bit
treated me.
spoiled.
You treated me.
Because you're my husband.
Thank you. Right.
And we have an agreement.
Before I was your husband.
Yeah, I treated you because I love you. And I wanted you.
Because we were going somewhere. We weren't
We
playing
were,
games.
and we knew that. That's what I'm saying. We knew that. I had no problem treating you. Like I love to treat.
Right.
That's one of my love languages. I love giving gifts.
And that's what I'm saying to you, Nancy. These women are running game on men. And
nah, man.
If they get played, if the men get played, the men are saying, hey, women are saying, hey, it's your fault. You shouldn't have got played like that. So guess what? So men saying, hey, I'm taking accountability of not getting played, and this is how I stop myself from getting played.
That's
just like we're telling women, if men are trying to play this game, this is how you not get played. So you got to do this. It's the same way on both sides. You say it's the same way on both sides. Women, dudes are running game a certain way, and we're telling women, do not fall into that trap. This is how you see if that's the trap. We're telling guys on this side, women are running game now too. So this is how you don't fall into that trap. And they take it other way. And some of them are saying, bump all that. I'm buying my passport and I'm going across seas.
Man, buy your passport. Bye.
Yeah, and they going and they bringing all these foreign women. And then guess what? And guess what women are gonna say? Especially black women. Oh, they went to go get the other foreign girls, just like the way they go get the white girls, and all that's gonna come out. But if y'all were listening to your men, you will know what the men want. You can be exactly what the men want or close to it, just like men became higher earners because that's what y'all said y'all want. Men start trying to get swag because that's what y'all say y'all want. Y'all men are starting to get handsome and make sure their hair is cut because that's what y'all say y'all want.
Peter, we should be doing that for each other.
Right. But women are saying,
I want to be one of. And that's a problem. I agree with that 100%.
That's why we talk to the women, because they kicking and screaming and not going. We trying to say
that's a problem.
And then say
we need to be bendable. We need to be a little flexible. I agree.
I better have the outcomes.
I
want my man ready made.
That doesn't make any sense. That's
what I'm saying.
Stupid. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make sense. And for me, that's immaturity. That's being naive.
Now you see what we're going up against.
No, and I understand that, but see it for what it is. You feel me? Like, see it for what it actually is. But let me tell you right now, though, I don't play by my food. Okay, if we're going out, you pay for my food.
Nah, son.
Like, to me, nah, man.
Back in the day, 10 years,
I have a lot of bad words that I want to say about it, and I'm not going to do it.
10 years ago, yes. 10 years ago, yes.
That is crazy to me. I can't imagine that.
The
game if you don't pay for my food, you just don't love me. Like, you don't like me. Like, you're not even trying to have a conversation with me. So for me, it sounds completely crazy.
Yeah, the game.
You're making me pay for my own food. That just sounds nuts. If I went out with somebody and he made me pay for my own food, I would actually be like, yo.
You've been out the game too long. It's like that.
Pete, I've been married to you.
But that's why. But I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You've been out the game too long, and that's what women are starting to see. They're like, oh my gosh, these guys are not paying for the meals no more. And that's why they're going crazy. They're trash. Automatically gonna say it's trash, but they're protecting themselves.
But they're wrong though. They're wrong. If they're going into it just to, I'm saying the women are wrong.
Of course.
If they're going out with no intention to get to know this man, no intention to.
But we don't know. It's a random chick.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's why where it gets weird. If it's a random chick, why y'all not talking on the phone for some time?
No, I told you what my dad said about talking on the phone with these women.
Listen.
We can go out. We can have drinks.
Not too much, Peter. But when you get to know somebody,
we could go out and have some drinks. We could talk, Peter, get to know each other, have a drink or two.
No,
I might buy a drink. I might buy a drink or two. I might. I might tell a
Listen,
man to buy a
listen,
drink or two. That's up to him.
listen,
But we
listen,
not having no whole full course meal,
honey.
lunch, this appetizer, main course and dessert, and then all of a sudden
This is
you
unacceptable.
went Walt
That's one thing I
Disney.
can't stand as a cheap man. I can't do
You went
it.
Casper
And my
on me.
children ain't gonna be okay with it either.
Right.
Okay? If when our children when they get old enough to start dating,
I'm gonna vet them every single one of the men. I'm gonna vet every single one.
and he
I'm be
better
right.
pay for her food. Because it will
And
be a
I'm walking.
problem.
Listen,
If
I
my
am
daughter
walking.
tells me he made her pay for her own food,
You ain't gotta worry
I will
about
say
it.
you will never see him
You ain't
again.
gotta worry about it
You
because
will never see him again.
You ain't gotta worry about it because I'm walking hand in hand with my
No, you're
daughters.
not. You're not going on dates with the kids. We're not doing that.
I didn't say that. You're not listening to what I'm saying to you. I didn't say that. I
What
said
you
I
say?
will walk them hand in hand with vetting these guys.
Oh, well, that okay. Oh,
Right.
okay.
So
Like
I'll
screening
make
them.
sure. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna vet
Yeah,
them.
we can screen them. That's what I'm saying. But
No,
that's
I can screen them.
I'm gonna screen them too.
I mean, you can look at them. I'm
Listen,
gonna
I will
screen
be part of that process.
them. Okay.
Get on my nerves.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
You could definitely look at them.
Excuse me, Peter. I can't wrap my mind around the restaurant thing.
This
I
is what
just really
happened.
feel like y'all should know. Y'all should be getting to know each other, and it
I
shouldn't be,
agree.
oh, I'm just going out with some random girl and making her pay for her own food. That shouldn't even be a part
But
of your
that's
vocabulary.
what's happening. They
It's
saying the
crazy.
girls are complaining about, oh, these guys are not taking us out on real dates. Real dates is going out to eat, talking over a nice, little dinner. It don't gotta be nothing fancy. But see, women are talking about getting more things fancy. Like they're not talking about going to Applebee's. They talking about going to Roof Chris now and talking about
What?
going yes, all this stuff, and then talk about it, and then clown the
We
guy if he
failed.
say
We failed.
we're
We
not going to
failed.
Roof Chris. Let's go somewhere else. And they're like, oh, so if you ain't got to just say that. If you ain't got to just say it.
Okay, well,
if
he
you
don't
got
need to be
little,
going out with her
if you
anyway. She gonna be
if you
that way.
got
She can go sit over there.
right, you got little P energy anyways. But
Oh
I'm just like,
gosh.
are you serious?
You
Like
see what I'm saying?
it's
And that's part of the
terrible.
problem is
It's
that
terrible.
attitude. It's part of the problem.
Attitude.
So don't go out with nobody like that in the first place.
Right. And so dudes definitely that's
No,
clear sign.
no,
Oh,
babe. It's unacceptable. You don't take nobody out and tell them they're paying for their own food. I will never be on that. Like that is crazy.
it's the way the world works.
Nah,
Now.
that needs to change. While you talking about this other stuff, tell these men to pay for the food. We ain't doing that.
No, I can't.
Yo, I would never get with that.
In
Ever,
good
ever, ever.
conscience,
And the fact
I
that
can't.
you
In
back
good
this,
conscience,
it's got me looking at you sideways.
In good conscience, I can't tell them to do it because girls are running games. You don't know. I can send you some videos and show you these women have a following of playing dudes.
Peter, if they're not getting to know these girls, they're actually taking.
How you gonna get? Because they're complaining
talk
about.
To them.
Stop. They're complaining about what they're doing. They're complaining about not going on real dates. So dudes are saying, okay, we can get to know you. Let's go to a park and just talk. Or let's go somewhere quiet, look at the water and talk. They're trying not to waste their time and money because they've been played. Imagine every time you go out with somebody because you're gullible. The dude's gullible. He go out with people and he's just gullible. Like, he want to be nice. He wants to be nice and be a nice guy. And he comes to a restaurant with the girl. He pays and everything like that. She turned Casper. And then she gets another person. He gets another person and he's hunting. He's going throughout. So you're trying to go on maybe 3 or 4 or 5 dates. People ghosting you in a month and you're paying $200 for the $150 for a meal in a month.
Well, guess what? He needs to slow his roll. That's number one. Okay.
Right. But but if you're going to try to find somebody in this kind of
climate, you're doing too much.
No,
and then who you dating? Who you talking to?
Because
people want to do this.
Nobody is going to the bar anymore, going to different events anymore. People are meeting each other online. Online is the new dating, and that's why it's bad. Usually it'd be like a homegirl be at the bar getting a drink or at a restaurant getting a drink and they just chilling and with their homegirls, and then you see a girl and you say, hey, blah, blah, blah. But then guess what? Now you with your homegirls, and then the homegirls influence, oh, you trying to talk to this guy, and they hating. And so a lot of different stuff. So the way of the world is now is social media. So you could privately talk to somebody and say, hey, I think you look beautiful. I want to try to get to know you. blah 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 blah, and go from there. And then they were like, "Oh, you want to go out somewhere? Then you want to take somebody out on a real date because women are complaining about not having real dates. They take somebody out on a real date, then they turn Casper,
Yeah,
and you just spend
it goes.
$150.
Listen, honey, I hear
When
everything
we
you have
had
to say.
honor, when we had
My
women,
goodness.
when we had women with honor and respect, I could understand paying for the date because the women didn't take they respectfully declined if they weren't interested in the man. Nowadays we have women that say, "Shoot, I ain't been out in a while. He okay. I don't really like him. He might have some good conversation. So hey, I get some male emotional attention, and I get free dinner. Let's
You
go.
don't think
Come
we were
on,
doing that back in the day? Like, you don't think it was happening before
Nancy,
too?
Nancy. Not the
It might
way
be on an
it's rampant.
all-time high,
Right, it's
and I get what you're
rampant.
saying, but guess what? Guess what? We can agree to disagree because if you're gonna take somebody on a date, you should be paying for their
So
meal.
therefore, dudes ain't going on a
Period.
date. So dudes
Okay,
ain't doing
don't
a
go on a
date.
date. Don't do a
Right.
date.
They're gonna take a Netflix and
Period.
chill. And then guess what's gonna
No, we ain't
happen?
Netflixes, we ain't chilling. No, we're gonna talk to each other on the
Dip
phone.
out, dip out.
I can't. Listen,
That's
I
what is happening. And that's why women are complaining. Because one thing leads to another. And they say, "Oh, I feel cheated because we did something. And I really did want to do something, but I want him to at least take me out to dinner first." That's what's happening.
oh my gosh. I know we are confusing. We can be pretty confusing.
So dudes ain't for it. They ain't got time for it. They take their money and their time seriously, just like women should take their money and their time seriously too.
Mm-mm. I
And
gotta
that's
find this
rightfully
link.
so. Women should take their time seriously. Men is going to take their time seriously too. We no longer will men pay for women without having the women consent to knowing that, hey, this is going to go a little further to when it means relationship wise. Like dudes are not just taking out you because you're pretty and that's it. They are taking out women because they want to go further in relationship and eventually have sex. That's just what it is. We're not just doing it. We're not just saying, "Hey, come on, come out. I'll pay for everything."
No, you don't say we. You're
And I
not a
don't
part
want
of
nothing.
we.
What I'm saying, we as men, this is
Mm.
what we're thinking. We're not saying, "Hey, we're gonna just come on out. We're gonna just pay for everything." And then we don't want nothing in return at all. We're not attracted to you at all. We're just doing it
Nah, that's
because
not
you're a
okay. That's not
woman.
okay. That's not
See what I'm
okay.
saying? And that's what the problem is. That's why dudes, you have people coming on in different echo chambers talking about, "Hey, I took a girl to Roof Kit, Chris. I told her,
Why
hey,
would he do that? He's a dummy too. Like
right,
I
he's a
can't.
dummy. He try
I
to flex
can't.
on her,
He,
but
he
she
was trying
also,
to flex, and then you
well,
mad now, bro?
well, no,
You should have
because he was
respect.
talking about, hey, because she was talking about, because sometimes these girls be leading dudes on too. So they
Yeah,
be like saying certain things to kind of make it seem like, "Oh yeah, we going somewhere afterwards.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cool." So
yeah.
I'll definitely take you to Roof Chris. I have no problem because there is an end. We both gonna get something that we wanted. So they do it, and then they be like,
So
"No, I ain't doing that. I ain't do." They bait and switch.
he,
That's what they doing. So now he
my
out.
mind
He
is
out.
blown because
He out.
he was
Eight,
in it for
eight,
something too,
four,
right?
four
Because
to
he knew
eight,
he was gonna get something.
four to $600 out money. $800 sometimes, depending on what she got. And
So he
one
was paying
guy,
for sex. Really, he was really taking her out so he can have sex with her, and that's
I
not
mean,
wrong.
but see, he could have just go get a hooker.
That's what he should have done then,
That's
because
what I'm
that's
saying.
really all he wanted.
So guess what? So that's why men are saying, what are women bringing to the
Man,
table? Because guess what? A
listen.
man with money could go pay for sex. A man with money could go pay for a maid to come in the house. A man with money could pay for somebody to cook for them in the house and
And the
prepare
rest of them
meals
who
for
ain't got
them.
no money, they need to have one date a month
So
if
what
they
they're
can't afford
saying,
it.
what I'm saying is, so men are saying what women are bringing to the table. You got to bring more than, because a man with money, he can buy a
Right,
woman.
right.
So
Or
you got to bring something
buy.
else. You got to
Okay,
bring peace. You got to bring rest. You
we
got
need
to
peace too.
bring,
We need rest.
of
We need rest.
course, but if it is
I
already
like
if a
peace.
place is already peaceful,
I'll take peace by 1,000.
yeah, if the place is already peaceful, you just add to that peace and you keep it. You maintain the peace of the house. And that's what men are looking for. They're looking for
I think it should be an
somebody.
exchange
Being
in
that
general, just off the
right.
bat, like across the board. It's definitely wrong for women to be going into something like that, knowing that this
So
guy,
so you saying the exchange is could be sex?
no,
All right. So what exchange are we talking about? You talking about men
like
paying,
you have a conversation, I have a conversation.
and I pay for the conversation. That's no exchange. That's a
Peter,
bad deal. Deal or no deal? Would you take that deal, Nancy? No deal.
Peter, don't we have
No
investments?
deal.
We have investments, right? We invest in stuff.
No deal.
You're investing in this person. You're
No
investing in
deal.
what could be. You're
No
investing.
deal.
Nah.
No. Would you take that deal, Nancy?
What deal?
Oh,
I
hey,
invested in you.
go ahead and
You
pay the
invested
eight.
in me.
Go ahead and pay. Go ahead
We
and
got
take me out.
stocks, don't we?
Go ahead and take it out. Then go ahead and take some money out so we can go out to eat and you pay for it.
Who, me?
And the deal is that I just talk to you real nicely. And if you say something out of pocket, I might not talk to you so nicely, but guess what? You still gonna pay for it.
Peter, I don't. It's the way you're
Thank
looking
you.
at it, though. You're looking at
That's
it in a
how men
completely
are looking at it
warped, crazy way. Like,
because that's how
not all
this
men,
world
all
is.
men are not thinking that way.
Of
And
course
thank the
not. Of
Lord,
course
because that's
not.
crazy.
But there's a lot of men that's doing that now, and that's why women are saying, "What the world is
Well,
happening?"
thank you,
I
Lord.
can't
I'm off the
believe.
market because I can't. Okay, I. You know what? They need to stop dating them old men because, you know,
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, them older men, they probably not gonna be okay with a woman paying for her own meal. Like, that's crazy.
And a younger woman probably not gonna just let the man just pay for the. Well, you know what?
See, do you see? My
Just saying.
goodness.
Just
My
saying.
God.
This is what's happening.
Grace and more grace, Jesus, because I need it.
This is what's happening. And so now we have to talk about it. We have to put things in perspective, and we have to set the record straight. No pun intended. Actually, the pun was intended, so I kind of lied
It
there.
was because we gotta
Sorry,
go.
Lord. Sorry, Lord. All right, but
Can you come
yeah,
in my bed? Come on.
oh yeah, I'm coming in there, girl. I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Let's get off this line. Cut the camera off. Cut the camera off. Hold on. Cut the camera
Camera
off.
off.
Hold on. Cut the camera off. Let's cut this camera off.
Yo, you play too much.
Nah, we out of here.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna chop some of this up and we gonna post some of this later. Hopefully, we'll
Yeah.
see.
Well,
I
thanks for
don't know.
joining us, whoever came on, and
Yeah,
hopefully you got
thanks for
something
jumping
from what
on.
we said, although we were kind of we're all over the place, kind of, sort of, but hopefully it was a good conversation. Y'all enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
So go ahead and like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more updates if you're on YouTube. Until we meet again.
So we meet again.